usually we ask you to put your name up here so that we can keep our minutes straight. But the first thing we do is have a pledge of allegiance to the flag. We moved it again, didn't we? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I even insisted that I wear my birthday ribbon tonight, so I'm going to do that. Lynn.
And there are cupcakes for anybody who wants them. Provided by the mayor's by midnight.
First on the agenda tonight, we have Mr. Collins, Jeff Collins, who's just located here in recent times. He's always been big in veterans and organizations, and he's started a very active role here in our veterans organization. I'd like to welcome him, and I think he has something he'd like to present.
Absolutely, thank you. And I'd like to start by saying that that is a very handsome sash you have there. Had I known, I would have brought mine. So I just wanted to give an update of where we're at with the Veterans Day event. And so Rhonda and I and several others have been working very hard on it. We've gotten a tremendous amount of community support. We've gathered a lot of individual prizes for the veterans drawings, and we're lining up some vendors to come out. When I say vendors, I don't mean salespeople, but people that offer services to veterans. And we're going to do a Marine Corps cake cutting ceremony. Everything's going really well. We have collected some financial donations, and but we're waiting for some commitments, and I want to make sure that we are able to feed all the veterans that show up, and feed them well, not just snacks. And so I did come before you today to ask if the city could contribute $500 to the event to help us to purchase the food for the veterans. It's kind of a gray area as to how many veterans we're going to have there. But I don't know if Rhonda's checked to see how many people have physically signed up online. We do have the link up, but it's looking like we'll have a pretty good crowd, and we want to make it nice. One of our state representatives is going to be out there to present some certificates for a couple of select veterans that we're gonna profile there and share their stories. And so that's about it, what we have. Hopefully it'll be a really nice event, and Rhonda was good enough to get a banner donated to put up there so we can generate some more. I did go over and talk to the elementary school here, and I brought them a bunch of coloring pages with like veterans things, and they're gonna make projects there to put together cards and coloring pages to hand out to the veterans that are there. So I'm in the Marine Corps. I talked to the Marines, and they'll have a uniformed Marine there to help me with the cake cutting ceremony, and they're going to bring some of their recruits that are going to be going into boot camps shortly to help out and to see what it means to serve and to have served. So I think that'll be really nice too. So if anybody has any questions for me, I'm happy to answer them.
I'll get behind it. As a council member, just as one single council member, I'm behind that, the $500 for the debts.
Thank you, Travis.
Is that a motion?
I'll make a motion for that.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Is there more discussion?
Want to go to salami and
Spoken by true veteran,
Well, I think we could handle a little salami. I'll bring some for you.
Any more discussion?
Jeff, you got anything to say? No.
If there's no more discussion, roll call, please.
Claude Tizell,
Yes, ma'am.
Megan Thomas,
Yes.
Rex Evans,
I probably need to abstain from this vote due to the fact that I'm in the Legion.
gotcha.
I want no conflict.
Yes, sir. Travis Fuller,
Yes.
Jeff Gregory,
Yes.
Rhonda Sullivan.
Yes.
Unanimous.
I have not checked the numbers online, but I have had like 15 to 20. I've had about 15 or 20 that signed up on you send me messages.
Mhm.
And I also have, a donation right here that was from, Logan's Roadhouse, Texas Roadhouse, not Logan's, Texas Roadhouse.
Totally about
They
that.
have that advertisement in it.
Oh, that's very nice. So in just one part of what we're trying to do is, I just set a number of 100 for veterans, gift bags. You know, it would be great if we got 100, but it'd be, you know, at least we'll have enough for everybody, I hope. And, we have gotten a few donations for that. I've been working with a lot of businesses. Rhonda just got these, free appetizers for Texas Roadhouse, and, you got some coffee cups, like Starbucks, little plastic coffee cups, and some different things, and we'll continue to work on that. I mean, we've got a lot of donations for our door prizes and some really nice stuff, so.
So this is for all veterans, they don't have to be just in Auburn, or anything like that, it's for all veterans.
Oh my gosh, that was so bizarre when your microphone started working.
I forgot to hit the power button, I'm sorry.
I thought it was coming from someplace else.
I'm
Yes.
sorry.
In fact, I gave a flyer to the school, and I told them, you know, any of the parents that are veterans, they're welcome to come. I put the flyers out in a lot of places.
It is November the 8th. November the 8th is when we're done.
Right,
At
and,
11:30 is when we'll start.
right, and the country radio station in Bowling Green was doing some PSAs, and they said they might do an interview or something like that, and I'm open to that, so, hopefully we'll be successful, but not so successful that we're in trouble, so.
Have you contacted the local radio station in Russellville? Several people of our older veterans actually listen to that station.
Well, I'd love to do it, being new to the area, if I contact the radio stations, because I happen to drive by and see it, I don't actually know where they are, so.
I'll get with you about that in where you is.
Yeah, definitely, so.
We can get together and get that done.
Yeah, okay, any stations or anything you think I should contact, I'd be happy to do so.
Really, I guess all the information's on the flyer, right, that we've been circulating.
Yes,
Is it?
all the times and certain things that we plan on doing.
And the web address to go to pre-register. So, and what I told people is it'd be really great if you pre-register, so we have some sort of an idea. But we're not gonna turn any veterans away at the door, you know, so.
And it's online, like you said, you can go and pre-register at auburn.ky.gov/tourism.
Or just call Rongo like everybody's been doing.
Yeah.
24.
No, I take that back. I do not mean that. If anybody's out there on the live stream or anything, go on the website. So,
Thank you, Jeff.
thank you. I appreciate the support.
I appreciate you
Thank
stepping up and taking care of things. Thank you.
All right, would it
Being
be?
a part of the community.
Oh, I'm excited to be. So, and the nice thing about a small town is, you know, I'm not used to the scheduling, and for some reason, I thought this meeting was tomorrow. But the town's so small, Rhonda reached out to me 5 minutes before it started, and I was able to get here. So,
Traffic was light.
yeah, it was like, so.
Thank you.
Thank you. Would it be rude of me to leave? Is that okay? So, thank you, I really appreciate it.
All right, that brings us to the department reports, police report. I think you've got it, council has a copy. Chief Ferguson's here, you need to ask him any questions.
Been doing good, I can say that.
Any questions for Chief Ferguson? Everybody good? All right, we'll move on to the code enforcement. I think you have the report.
Yes, and he included August and September. He wanted me to apologize on his behalf for forgetting August.
It's been pretty active on several fronts. There's quite a few things going on.
And there's a meeting tomorrow morning at 8:30.
I know I've had a lot of people question about the truck that's sitting across the street, about it being in no parking, or a 2-hour parking. But I saw a sticker on there, so, okay, I'll leave it, okay. I didn't even look. I just thought we didn't talk about it.
It's in the process of being addressed. Any other questions on code enforcement? From council? All right, brings us to the fire department. Talked with Jay, Friday or Thursday one, and everything was going good. Had a lot of things happening. He's preparing to help with the Veterans Day event, and the fire department's preparing to help with that as far as providing the space and cleaning the space and helping get all that done. So, is there any questions from the council about the fire?
They get that fire put out on 68 the other day.
I don't know. It took a while.
It's about a mile long.
They couldn't get a fire break in there, you know. They finally had to get another tanker truck in, I think, and some other stuff.
Looked like it was.
They were lucky to get it before it got into, more fuel. Any other questions from the council on fire department? All right, brings us to water and sewer. We have a new water employee. His name is John Ogle, and he worked in Paulsville over near Orangeburg for a long time.
13 years ago.
13 years, and he moved to Bowling Green recently, or this side of Bowling Green, I think. And he was looking for a smaller city, kind of like Hallville, to work in. And oddly enough, we had a position, and he's already certified, so it was a good fit for us and a good fit for him. And it worked out really well for all involved. But he's our new water superintendent.
What's the name again?
John Ogle, O-G-L-E. Nice guy. And as far as water and sewer services, everything's going pretty good. Don't know any major issues. They're still trying to get John acclimated, and once he does get acclimated, they'll start using their correlators and other search tools to start looking for additional water leaks that they haven't found, that type of thing. Start doing some of that proactive work again.
He's a little soft-spoken and reserved, which is different for us.
Did the council have any questions on that? Or all good?
He just fit in well.
Yeah. That brings us to the streets and sidewalks. I don't know of anything going on other than we started, I guess, putting the drainage tiles in on Rimwood. Put the new drainage tiles in there and got that done this last week. The ones we talked about doing in that project in the water retention line. And, so that project gotten off to a start. Kind of waiting for J.P. Robinson to get the opportunity to get his soil base. Then we'll move on to some more prepping for that. Anything else on streets and sidewalks? I don't know if it's an issue right now, immediate issue. So there's other things we're working on, of course. We don't know about most of that. Any questions on streets and sidewalks? Hopefully in the next 2 weeks, I will bring this up. We got to do some 811 calls on Perkins, and we've got our signs in now, the new signs and posts for one-way signs. We got all that in. So we're going to do some 811 calls about putting posts in, and even when you're just driving a post, hazardous around here, you know, everything's buried, right? But, so we've got to get some markings in, some different things, but hopefully in the next 2 weeks we'll have that before we started.
On the new road on Wilson, that stop sign is like 10 foot back.
I'm sorry?
The stop sign on the new area that we did,
Yeah, I talked to Joe Plunk about it. He's not sure he can do anything else about it, but he doesn't want to get it out in the traffic anymore than he has to.
yeah, well, I saw somebody the other day inching up to try to look that way so she could turn that way, and a car shot around behind her and just took off.
Well, I've seen, we all have to inch up.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of bushes there at the Methodist church that I'm gonna ask Jay about us replacing. replacing or something, so doing something different. Like if you're in a larger truck, you can kind of see over. But if you're in a normal, like an SUV or a car or anything like that, you gotta inch out even further to see back to the left.
When I'm in my little car, it's hard to see.
Yeah, back to the left is very difficult to see, and, those shrubs are right out on the edge of the sidewalk. I think if we just move some different type of shrub back just a little bit, not get rid of, but move them back a little bit, I think it'll be just fine. And I think the church has always been a good partner to us, so I'll have a conversation with their maintenance group. I think that we should be able to work something out. But as far as the sign, Joe said he would look at it, have his people. You're not the first one to notice that. I mean, it's been very noticeable.
I'm still enjoying the road.
Oh, yeah, everyone is. That's the first thing to say. We really like the intersection, however. Anyone else got anything on streets and sidewalks? All right, that brings us to the park. The fall leagues are over with. I think Sky Soccer may have one more little event down there on the football field area. And then the local Mennonite group is talking about having one more, not really, I guess it is a tournament, but it's between their folks, right? They have a little tournament. They had one not too long ago, and they're talking about having that again. But other than that, I don't know any youth or league sports events that are going to occur in the future down there. Florida this year.
Go ahead. As far as the park, the only thing I noticed is on the bridge when you're crossing it, there's some nails sticking up. I don't know if that's.
Oh, in the boards that are
Yeah.
on the running boards.
I don't know if that's just like.
Yeah, the
Flat
nails.
tires, sometimes they work themselves up and there's, I'm riding my bike around town and I just.
We tried to use mostly screws, but I'll get down there and get a look at that, get James to look
Yeah, I
at
just
it.
hate to have somebody get a flat tire across the
Yeah.
bridge and, that's about all I got to say.
Yeah, those nail heads may be worn some too.
Well, they work up a little bit over time and I noticed them when I was down with the kids, but that's about it.
All right. All right, any other questions on, or comments on the park from the council? All right, that brings us to tourism. And, Rhonda, I'll ask you to catch us up on that if you don't mind.
October is an extremely busy month. We did decide to do trick or treating from 4:30 to 7. Like, trick or treating is 4:30 to 7.
I think that's what we decided, yeah. 37.
So for everybody out there, it'll be Halloween night. I've had a couple people ask me what night it's on. Trick or treating is Halloween night from 4:30 to 7. A lot of events that we have going on around town is like different decorating contests. We're having a fall contest, fall decorating, and a Halloween decorating contest for your yard. That is sponsored by Solis Teca. And we're having a scarecrow contest that has to be handmade. We ask that they're up by the end of the week, but we'll judge after the Christmas or Halloween parade. That is sponsored by the Hoagie House. I'm going to announce the winners. We did a hay bale. Logan County does the hay bale trail, but we offer, if you've got an Auburn address or zip code, we offer awards. So I sent off to a judge. And first place for the Auburn edition of hay bale trail is Champion at Food. And then the second place goes to Auburn School, and the third place goes to Libby May. So I'll be in the next few days trying to get the awards out for that. And that was sponsored by Daniel Beatty's Construction. Now, that's all of the overall stuff that we have going on, but to break it down on each event that we have going on, the first one coming up is Jeepers Creepers Trunk or Treat. That will be October, it's October. October 21st, it will be down at the park around there where the gazebo is. The Jeeps come in and they set up and They decorate their Jeeps up, and we had a very good turnout last year. So we encourage you, if you got a Jeep, come bring some candy, pass out. You have children, bring them. They'll have lots of fun. And then we will do our hay bale, or not hay bale, but pumpkin and scarecrow trail that's on the walking trail at the park. Now that's sponsored by H&S Homes this year. We donate like 300 pumpkins to the school, and the kids pay them, and they get to put them down here on the trail. And then we encourage all the businesses or just somebody, individual that wants to participate. You can paint, carve a pumpkin, set it down there from the 24th to the 26th, and bring your scarecrows. If you're out of town, a lot of people want to participate in the decorating contest and they don't live inside the city limits. If you don't live in town, you're more than welcome to bring it on the trail, and you're still going to be offered an opportunity to be able to win a prize. We'll be giving awards for first through third for the pumpkins and first through third for the scarecrows that you put on the trail. I will announce that the school's going to have their fall festival on the 24th. That's going to be a very busy weekend for everybody. So it'll be at the park. I encourage you to go down and support the school. That's how they raise a lot of their money. The 25th, that's our Halloween parade. That's our big event for the month. We will start out with a pet parade that's at 6 p.m. Parade itself will start at 6:15. I want to have you line up down by the football field. We're going to block off the bridge so nobody can kind of sneak in and line up, and we know who all is in line. This year we're going to offer the overall best entry. It's going to get a $200 award, and we're going to have first place for the Jeeps, the floats, and golf carts. They'll each have an opportunity to win $100 and a ribbon. Of course, overall, you think it's $200. That right there is sponsored by Auburn Grocery Store, Rogers Metals, and Tourism. Right after the parade, we're going to come back up here on the square. We hope you all will come. And Lucas Seltzer is going to be our DJ. We're going to have a costume contest that's sponsored by Casey's. And we're going to have DJing for at least 2 hours. We're going to have lots of fun. Hopefully have the photo booth up. It's going to be a great night. We always have a lot of fun with that. I've got like 5 different food trucks with food, dessert, and drinks that will be there to be able to give you whatever you need. And then the next day, the 26th, is going to be our S'mores and More. That'll be back at the park. And we'll be down there having s'mores, have a couple fire pits down there for the kids to do. Churches come and they do the trunk or treat down there. So October is a very busy month for us. We seem to have a lot of fun, and everybody enjoys it. So just come be a part of it. I encourage everybody to participate one way or the other, whether you want to pass out candy or if you just want to come to the parade and enjoy all the festivities. And that's all for the month of October. We do still have cornhole going on though on Fridays. Registration starts at 6. They start throwing bags at about 7:15. And then as we go into November, like Mr. Collins said, November the 8th, we're going to have something for the veterans. We usually have it on the 11th. It's just a small one. And he come in and offered to really promote it and provide a few more things for it. And we're very excited about doing that. It's going to be at the fire department. But it's all on the Facebook page. Like I said, it's going to be a whole lot bigger deal. We just encourage all our veterans to come and let us show you how much of appreciation that we have for each and every one that served for our country. And that's all I have.
I got something for you. You got a lot going on, but this is one thing I just want to touch on, like advertisement. We have a lot of small businesses in this town, and I touched on advertisement about the city center or something. I don't know, do we do any advertisements for your events that you have at the park, like to give the local businesses opportunity to kind of get their name out there a little bit? Because a lot of businesses have spoke to me about advertisement, and I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't reach out to you when you have
We
an
have all
event.
kinds of advertisements on.
A lot of times we do sponsorships and stuff like that.
We put it on the Facebook.
If a business was wanting to advertise at this upcoming event, how do they go about it? I mean, just reach out to you, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if they want to sponsor the event, that's how we advertise them. We put them on the Facebook page. If there's a T-shirt that's offered, we put them on the back of the T-shirt, it's on the radio. it's
What
in
about
the
signs and
newspaper.
everything? 'Cause I have a lot of people wanting to put signs up, like maybe for an event or something.
Now, like at Easter when we did the adult evening, I make banners and all of them go on that banner. We've done different veterans, or not veterans, we've done a veterans banner, but if we do a bigger event and we have a bunch of sponsors, a lot of times we'll get the banners. Like, Austin Bagby, he's the one that's sponsoring, I forgot to mention that, he's doing the music and the main sponsor, he's the title sponsor. That will be for the Halloween event, and he's gonna bring a banner, and his banner will be up there by the DJ on the square, and then his name's on the T-shirt, his, information's on the Facebook page. But as to just buy, advertisement,
Like a
we're
spot or a
not
sign
sure
to have
about
it
so,
at the event, can you have signs at the event? I mean, is that legal?
yeah, I mean, it's legal, but usually the title sponsor's the one that gets a sign. Everybody else gets on the T-shirts, and it just really depends on your level of sponsorship, how much do you want to donate on.
Because I think the sponsors could really help tourism, really, the funds.
That's why we're here where we're at. If it wasn't for our sponsors and our local businesses, tourism would be anything today. We don't get any grants or, hotel tax or restaurant tax or anything. We are solely based on donations that they sponsor, and we do, and a couple of them we raise money for it. But the prizes and stuff, it's our businesses that sponsor it for us to be able to do it.
I guess the sponsors could do prizes too, and advertise maybe.
Yeah, I mean, they donate,
Okay, so
different, all kinds of
I
stuff.
mean,
So, I mean, if there's a business that didn't know anything about that, they can contact me because we've been doing it for years.
Well, I've just been trying to work with the local business and here in tourism, so.
Last year, we went around to every business, they gave me $15, we bought ornaments, 200 ornaments, and passed them out for free with a rack card to all the businesses that participated in it, to show everybody that the businesses appreciate their business.
Okay, well, that's all the question I have. Give me something that you want to present, thank you.
All right, any more questions on tourism? Any questions? All right, that brings us to economic development. Of course, we're in the process of looking at our properties, evaluating that. Our prospects on that, the ways to move forward, we've discussed that, the council has. There's nothing definitive there to talk about, really. And as far as anything else goes, I don't know of anything else in the economic development on the new realm. We have a lot of existing businesses that are doing quite well as far as I know. Does anyone have any questions on that? All right, hearing none, that brings us to the senior center. I think you've got a copy of her report. The month of September, the meals were about the normal, and the value of our volunteer time was right about the same. And Sarah's always trying to come up with innovative ideas to stimulate people to come and to their events and whatever. And, she always does a good job. She comes up with some very innovative things. And then some of her existing activities at the senior center are very popular. So she's doing a great job as usual. Anyone have any questions on that? The senior center. That brings us to the cemetery. There's been quite a bit of work going on, trying to beat the inclement weather coming in the winter, trying to get things in tidy order. It just got mowed and we took out that dead tree that was up on the hillside there. So we had to move 3 or 4 stones because they were in jeopardy when we took the tree down. But Runners was able to get it down without any issues. And the other we got most of it cleaned up, there's still like just a little bit, it was stuff, sawdust, removed and that kind of stuff in the backfield. But, everything else is pretty much back in order, and looks really good. Aaron mowed, Friday and Saturday, so it really looks good out there. Does anyone else have any questions on the cemetery?
We probably be able to come in and sign his contract today.
Yeah. Anyone have any questions on the cemetery? All right. That brings us, I'm sorry?
It's like a board in here.
The temperature,
Yes.
it's cooling down.
Very cold in here.
County clerk fixes everything.
There's a lot.
We wait for
City
it back,
clerk, I mean, sorry.
so she can capture the motions.
Can't do nothing but her.
Well, I'm not supposed to do a lot without somebody taking notice.
No, wait.
It's hard to keep the temperature steady in here because it's such a big room.
It's getting a little chilly.
Yeah,
It's not bad.
All right, that brings us to the minutes of the September 8th, 2025 regular meeting. If everyone is good with that, I have a motion to accept those minutes.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion from the council on those minutes? Hearing none, roll call please.
Claude Tisdale,
Yes, ma'am.
Peggy Thomas,
Yes.
Rex Evans,
Yes.
Travis Fuller,
Yes.
Jeff Gregory,
Yes.
Ron Sullivan.
Yes.
All right, that brings us to the minutes of the September 18, 2025 special call meeting. I'll say the same, when you're comfortable, any kind of motion to accept those.
Make a motion to accept the minutes.
We have a motion and a second. Is any more discussion on those? All right, roll call please.
Claude Tisdale,
Yes, ma'am.
Peggy Thomas,
Yes.
Rex Evans,
Yes.
Travis Fuller,
Yes.
Jeff Gregory,
Yes.
Ron Sullivan.
Yes.
That brings us to the minutes of the October 10th, 2025 public hearing that we had. It's the same, so just entertain a motion to accept those minutes in the record.
Make a motion.
Second.
A motion and a second, is there any further discussion on those? Hearing none, roll call please.
Claude Tisdale,
Yes, ma'am.
Peggy Thomas,
Yes.
Rex Evans,
Yes.
Travis Fuller,
Yes.
Jeff Gregory,
Yes.
Ron Sullivan.
I'm gonna abstain from here.
Alright, that's right.
Brings us to the financial report, July 2025 financial,
So,
that they struggled with a lot, the software.
yes, we have been having a hard time with the software, being able to process the year end, of last fiscal year. We were finally able to get that stuff resolved, and get July, reconciled. So I was able to get you guys your revenue reports and expense reports and trial balance reports that you guys are used to seeing. I didn't duplicate the bank report, you guys already got that one, but, and then I'm pretty confident that now that we are past July and we got some of that weirdness that happened with the software at the end of the fiscal year resolved, that it'll be pretty quick to get caught up. So I'm hoping to have the financials for August and September for next time. And then I will also go ahead and read our cash balances for the end of September. So as of the end of September, in our city accounts, we had a total of $1,558,024.17. In our water and sewer accounts, we had $1,420,583.21 for a grand total of $2,978,607.38. Sorry, I forgot we're sharing.
All right, is there any questions for Maggie on the financial? All right, that brings us to the bills payable. You've had a chance to observe those. Entertain a motion to accept the bills payable.
Make a motion to pay the bills.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Is there more discussion on that matter? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Claude Tisdale. Peggy Thomas.
Yes.
Rick Seven.
Yes.
Travis Fuller.
Yes.
Jeff Gregory.
Yes.
Rhonda Sullivan.
Yes.
That brings us to ordinances, and we have one. Have a first reading on tonight. Ordinance 2025-06, 2025 property tax rates. First reading.
Alrighty, this is the first reading of ordinance 2025-06. The very back, yes, sorry. An ordinance assessing and levying the 2025 annual property tax on real property and tangible personal property within the city limits of Auburn, Kentucky. Whereas the property assessment for real property within the city of Auburn, Kentucky has been certified as follows. Real property, $113,543,029. Tangible property, $9,583,102. Now therefore be it ordained by the city of Auburn that section 1, there is levied for the year 2025 an ad valorem tax of 0.257 per $100 assessed valuation of all taxable real property within the jurisdiction, and an ad valorem tax of 0.257 per $100 assessed valuation on all taxable tangible personal property within the jurisdiction as of the first day of January, this should be a 5, January 2025. And each year thereafter as listed on the tax assessment ledger compiled by the Logan County Property Valuation Administrator. Section 2, all monies collected from the taxes levied in this ordinance shall be paid into the general fund of the city to be used for the payment of proper expenditures as determined by the City Council of the City of Auburn, Kentucky. Section 3, it is further provided that a 2% discount shall be given on all payments made in full on or before November 30, 2025. A 10% penalty will be added to all taxes not paid on or before December 31st, 2025. Interest shall be charged at the rate of 1% for each month or fraction of a month until paid to all taxes not paid on or before January 31st, 2026. Such delinquent taxpayers shall also pay all costs and expenses incidental to any action taken by the city for the collection of such delinquent tax bill. Section 4, ad valorem tax billing cards will be mailed to all property owners via the United States Postal Service to the mailing address on file with the Logan County Property Valuation Assessor Office. Payment may be made at Auburn City Hall, 103 East Main Street, Auburn, Kentucky 42206, or by mail to P.O. Box 465, Auburn, Kentucky 42206. Payment will be accepted in the form of cash, check, money order, or credit card. Payment by credit card over the phone may be made by calling 270-542-4149, extension 2. Section 5, delinquent taxes shall be collectible under the provision of the Kentucky Revised Statutes relating to the collection of delinquent taxes by cities. Section 6, if any part of this ordinance shall be declared invalid, such shall not affect the remainder of the ordinance, and the taxes, penalties, and interest shall apply to the maximum extent allowable under this ordinance. All ordinances in conflict herewith are hereby repealed to the extent of such conflict. This ordinance shall be in full force and effect from and after its proper passage and publication as required by law.
All right. First reading of the ordinance does not require any action on council's part. The first reading has been completed. That moves us to resolutions, which there are none. Municipal orders, which there are none. And it brings us to new business from the council. Is there any new business that the council needs to bring to our attention at this time? All right. Hearing none, that brings us to public comments.
I got one.
Okay.
Rhonda, is Auburn, Kentucky Tourism, is it still on Facebook?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've been blocked from it, so I need to be unblocked.
I'll be because you blocked me,
I don't have you blocked.
and, when you
This
block
ain't
me,
a question.
if you block me, then you're not gonna be able to see it.
You're not blocked.
I was.
I'm not asking for discussion.
Okay, well, I'm just saying.
I'm saying as a constituent, you don't have the right to block me from that page.
I didn't.
It's not showing up. And you can block people from your pages.
I did not block you. Not from that page. I blocked you.
Right. It'll get fixed, right?
I mean,
It should be fixed. She should fix it.
you're blocked on my page, my personal page. But since I'm overseer of it, it wasn't just blocked from that one.
Okay, I still have access to the city Facebook page.
Well, I mean,
Then you block me from the page.
I blocked you from my personal page.
Yeah, but you still block me from all the doors.
I can't fix that when you're blocked from my page.
Yeah, you can. You can go through the settings and see who you block.
Okay, I'll check and see it. But I mean, I didn't block you personally from Facebook page. I mean, from the Kentucky Tourism, Auburn Kentucky
Well, it
Tourism.
doesn't show up for me. And I know how it works.
Okay. Well, I know why you're blocked, but I didn't block you from that specific page. I blocked you from my personal page.
Okay, that means I still have access to the regular page.
Well, then just following over. Now I can change my settings from my personal page.
You blocked me on the tourism page.
Well, this is a legitimate question, I think, is it?
It's a legitimate question, but it's not gonna get solved here.
Oh, I know.
We might have to wait till the attorney gets here and for it.
She's not coming.
This doesn't need to be solved here.
But should
It
he
just
have
needs to get fixed in some way, and we'll try to work
Okay,
it.
so.
Yeah, because like I can't do anything from.
I don't know that, but I'm trying to. I'm gonna try to get it fixed.
I mean, has he threatened the city in any way?
No.
So,
I just told you, man, we'll try to get it fixed, okay? We'll try to get it fixed. I can't say, you're asking me to guarantee you we're gonna fix it, I'm telling you.
I'm not asking anything, I'm just,
Because also as a business, I'd love to help sponsor, because I tried to get a band for Mardi Gras, and I got shot down.
So you want to sponsor one for our event?
Yeah, I was gonna pay for the band for Mardi Gras,
For one of our events?
for one of your events.
The opportunity, the band wasn't available this month. That was the only month that we had available that I had not booked.
Oh.
And I spoke with his band that he wanted to pay for, and they were not available.
I see.
I have all that in check.
We'll try to get the Facebook issue.
So I got those text messages too.
Okay.
Does anyone else have anything they'd like to?
I do. I'm opposed to your property tax hike
I'll second
for
that.
whatever it's worth. I mean, this is like a terrible time for people, you know, just everything all the way around. And I don't think, like, why are you doing that?
Well, our tax rate, the tax rate is what you're talking about. The tax rate in Auburn has gone down 13 out of the last 15 years.
It's gone down.
Gone down. 13 out of the last 15. This would only be the second out of the last 15 years. It's gone up, and it's going up 6 cents per $100. That's gonna make very little difference to it.
Yeah, but you know, the things that people are struggling.
Yeah.
So that
It's-
means
And
we
it
take
will
it.
be that way every year, no matter what. There's always gonna be people that will struggle, but you gotta understand, how much do you think expenses have gone up overall in the last 5 years? 25%, maybe? For businesses, or, yeah, more than that, right? Yeah. That's the issue, our revenue stays flat, and we've absorbed all that. So if we don't start taking really small increments while we have growth, then someone is gonna suffer greatly taking larger increments when we don't have growth. Does
So
that
you're
make sense?
saying it's going to go up every year, is what you're saying?
No, I don't think so. I can't guarantee that. Council, this group makes that decision, right? But I think this group wants to see that tax rate stay. Wants to see that tax rate stay between 25 and 26 cents per hundred. Rotating in that area, which is very similar to Bowling Green, very similar to Russellville, very similar rate. And if we can do that through areas of growth like we are now, growing the monetary growth, right, of our property values, which allows us to take that increase and not increase the rate at which you pay very much at all. If any.
So does that affect like what you take out of our, insurance?
I'm sorry?
Does that affect like what you take out of our insurance? Because Auburn takes out money on your homeowners and your auto insurance.
I get what you're asking now. No, that rate has stayed the same forever. The tax rate for insurance and all that was set years ago. We've never touched it. This only affects your personal property and your real property. You're basically your home and vehicles, you know, that type of thing. Which is 6 cents a hundred, so you figure the cost of, you know, what your value is in vehicles, whatever it's 6 cents for every $100 value. So it is a very minuscule increase, but if we can take those small increases a little bit along the way, it's only adding $13,000. The whole city is adding like $13,000 extra dollars to our cost. That's all it's adding. I don't know if I'm explaining that well enough. I'm trying to, but I may be confusing you more than I intended to. But it's not like it's a great increase. We're trying to take very small increments, like you said, so it doesn't hurt people.
And then I still think you need to have some place where people can take their limbs.
I'm sorry?
Where people can take their limbs, their tree limbs.
Oh, yeah. I actually walked down by the Presbyterian Church today, and I saw the ones you were talking about.
All the limbs?
Yeah, the limbs.
Yeah.
He's already spoken to me about a couple of them, and I saw
I think there's
those.
a knot in the head from running a bicycle.
I think you're talking about disposal of things, correct?
Oh, disposal of it. Oh,
We're talking about low hanging branches.
I'm not.
We have 100 acres.
Yeah, we will soon, hopefully, have a place where we could probably have a disposal spot for limbs again. Like you said, we've got room. We got to find a way in, a road in. You know, there's nothing there, no infrastructure, and we need a barren place where it's safe for us to farm.
Yeah.
Maybe some concrete barriers or something. So,
Gotta have a buffer.
and of course, you're going to want that spot to be on the very back side somewhere. You know, have to have an area for your fire truck to get to it, all that stuff. We're probably a year or so away from that, but yes, you're right. We have an avenue in place now to get there, right? Did I answer your question sufficiently?
Cause I'm with you on that, I mean, we need some place
Yeah.
to dump.
I think it's very difficult for people to dump. I've got a small spot in my backyard that I can burn a little pile, you know, which helps me, but it doesn't help a lot of people. A lot of people don't have that space, right? They just don't have it. This one.
Mayor, with that, even with having a place to put those or dispose of it, it still becomes under environmental requirements. That property has to meet those requirements before you can have it. I mean, you can't just take it out there and grind it up and chip it and leave it, because it also builds up heat over a period of time and you can get fires from that.
And another thing too, we had a place at one time where people was taking advantage of it and throwing, you go up there and it'd be on refrigerators, couches,
Tires,
just anything. And so we had to put a stop to that. Is that not correct there?
It is. We had to put cabling up and some fences and only allow people in certain
We had
times.
tree trimmers too that would dump.
Yeah.
Tree
trimmers
people
would
that
dump
trim
on us.
trees and dump.
It got to be a big problem, but I think we can manage it, but like Wayne says, we're gonna have to manage it in a way that makes sense.
mm-hmm.
I think the council knows that too. We were pretty close to getting a pretty big fine. It wasn't even something we did. There was a guy that, we were burning a brush pile where the disc golf course is now. And there was a gentleman here locally, he passed away now, I'm not gonna mention his name, but he went up there and put a couch and an armchair on our fire. He thought it was a good spot to put it, right? You know, going on there. The wrong person drove by, EPA, pulled up there and took pictures of it. Called my cell phone. Told me if you ever saw that again, it'd be $10,000. We had to kind of lock it up a little bit at that point. But that's just things like that matter that you have to deal with. But But yes, to answer your question, I feel like we should provide a spot in some way, and I think the council does too. I think all want to do it, we just got to do it the right way. Anyone else have anything? Got it? Anyone else in the public have anything? Yes, Paul.
Two little subjects, one like in the railroad, which is talking about property taxes. Getting double dipped for the same thing. We get city taxes, and then we get from Logan County, same stuff. You know, it's like that old saying goes, two things guaranteed in life, death and taxes. And it's like, you look down at your city tax card, county tax card, same stuff, but it's a lot higher on one as opposed to the other. So it's like we're getting double taxed on the same stuff.
Well, the county tax bill has a lot of other different things on it.
Well, it's got it has the school taxes and everything
Soil
else.
conservation and all that other stuff.
About, I'd say 60% of that tax goes to the schools. And they want to do a nickel tax, put it on the ballot. They've also wanted to get more taxes for the whole school for all of Kentucky. And it's like, when's it going to stop? I mean, are they just throwing money out the door? Because they collect a god-awful amount of tax every year.
Now, you're talking about the school or the county?
I'm talking about the portion of, I'm just using it as an example. The school portion of the taxes is like, part of my bill is $400 goes to school, okay? You multiply that for everybody around here, that's a lot of money, okay? I mean, they could probably build a Taj Mahal out there with what they're doing, you know? And in regards to that, is that guaranteed for the school that's gonna be out there on the field?
I understand your feelings about the school. We have absolutely no control over the school board's decisions of
Right.
any kind.
Okay,
And we have absolutely no control over what county taxes come in.
okay,
We only have control over the city.
okay. Now, another little sore subject in regards to the sidewalk issue. I'm at a loss for words. You know, I got the letter that you guys sent me from your quote-unquote engineer, which I have very little faith in. You know, it was a saying I saw on the internet. It was almost coincidental. It said you can have a degree and still be an idiot. And I'm sorry to say he's an idiot. Because if he would have designed that sidewalk properly and the right way, prior to it, I have no flooding problems on my property. In the front, I'm talking about the front, not the back. The Renwood River thing, that's been going on for probably since when they built those homes back then in 2000, I'm talking about in the front. Now, after they built that sidewalk project, that fiasco, as I call it, every time we get a good Kentucky thunderstorm, it floods. My driveways look like a creek bed, and my front yard looks like an overview of the Okefenokee Swamp. And your Parker Jack engineer said, oh, we didn't do anything wrong. We built it right. Okay, well, if you built it right, why do I have a flood problem now? There shouldn't have been. If I was an engineer and I designed that thing, you're darn well straight, it wouldn't have any flooding issue on anybody's property. Because it slopes down. Okay, when the rainwater comes down Renwood Drive, comes down and sees the driveway aprons, water and gravity, guarantee, comes down there, spreads out on the sidewalk, and then wipes out, goes right into the property, down the driveways, and the flood, it comes up to my foundation. Okay, now I'm gonna have more problems dealing with possible foundation problems. which I didn't before. And it's like, I've got video that I took of the last 2 rainstorms. And I showed people, even neighbors, and they were going, what? You're kidding me. I said, yeah, you never flooded there before. And 2 neighbors up from the house, they have problems now with their gravel is being washed away by coming down their driveway. And in regards to that thing, when they filled in the gully, took away my little thing from preventing it from the flood water coming into my property, like what you see all over Kentucky, you have culverts on the other side of the road, which is put there for a purpose, is to keep the water runoff from going into people's property. Now, I'm going to exclude, like you get one of those really good torrential downpours where it's like a 100-year flood. Okay, game off. But I'm talking about your normal, daily Kentucky thunderstorm. And with what they're predicting for this winter, I might as well just make my house a houseboat with the way that it's supposed to be a pretty big, epic, wet winter. You know, I've lost, I don't know how many hours of sleep worrying about it. What am I going to do? I don't have tons of money to do stuff, and I can't do things because that's you guys' property. You know, the city, you guys are part of that, not me. I didn't put in those sidewalks. I didn't put in those aprons. Again, if I did, I would have made it to where it would divert the water and keep it going down the street. You know, I'm at my wit's end. I'm at my wit's end. I don't have the financial backing to do something about it, which I can't, because I wasn't taking part of that. I didn't construct it, build it, design it. Again, if I did, I guarantee you would not have a flood problem like I have now. And you go even down further down Runwood Drive, especially down past the dog park. Why would they put a sidewalk below where it's known flooding there? Every time it rains, you look, you see all of the red iron dirt residue on that sidewalk, way down there. Kids are gonna go walk to school with swim fins and flip-flops. I mean, who's gonna wanna walk on that when it's raining? Nobody. You know, I mean, I hate to say it, but it's a joke. It really is. I'd be embarrassed if I was an engineer associated with that. I'd be walking around with a bag over my head. You know, you want to take pride in what the business and the work that you do. You don't sit there and just say, oh, we'll just throw it together and just call it good. And, nope, I'm not part of it. No, sorry, I did my job. It's all good. Because that's the way I'm getting the impression.
I'll tell you what, I'll go down there and check it out and see, and I'll talk to the council and see if we can do it there. And that's all I can do.
Well, I know
So the council,
what it's gonna do.
And the mayor too,
It's
he
gonna
would charge
cost
the
a
budget,
lot, it's
but
gonna cost a lot of money, and that's
Well,
something that they
if we
don't want
approve
to
a
do.
budget, if we approve a budget, the mayor can decide what to do with the budget, but I'm just one guy, and I'll go down there and look at it and talk to the council and see what I can do.
When you do go to
I'll
look
be back, I'll
on,
come over there,
when you go to look on Renwood,
like right now.
when you go to look on Travis, and you go to look on Renwood, what day you're gonna be there, and I will show you in front of my property what I'm talking about. Because talking about it and videoing about it,
I'll
It
just
doesn't
go
do
check
any-
it out and talk to the council, and then if they approve a budget, then the mayor can decide something, but besides that.
Mayor, exactly where does he live at? What is he talking about?
I forget the exact street address, it's on Redwood Drive, up toward the end, like the 4th house down from Earl Scott.
what?
Uh,
Mine is?
The right side.
4th house down.
Yes,
from Earl
right out
Scott.
of Fourth House down, I have 2 driveways.
He's about the 4th house down from Earl Scott Road, be on the left if you're coming from Earl Scott Road.
I mean, you set a day and a time, I'm retired, so I can show you and tell you.
I'm gonna start too,
because it's like, if you were to see it, I guarantee you, if that was you, if you were living there, and that happened, I guarantee you'd be raising a little bit of concern too, when you didn't have any flooding before. And now you do. Something changed. Not me, I didn't do anything, I didn't have anything to do with it. And I'm not making this up, this is not some kind of, oh, I just, I had a flooding problem before, and I want to use this as an excuse. No, it didn't flood before.
Holman itself has always had water issues.
Oh, I know,
But what I'm saying is, I don't think any engineer could come up with a miracle for us, because we are a place where it floods all the time. Because what we do, so what?
We had the engineer that designed to go up and look and reevaluate what they did, and they sent a report to me for us to send to Paul. I sent that report to Paul.
Yeah, and it basically said that they did nothing wrong. Okay,
That's really not what
again,
it said. It says that we don't see where we would change the water flow in any way significant at all.
yeah. Okay, now, if that's the case, how come now I'm flooding in my front yard whereas I didn't before?
Just a normal rainstorm.
The last, not this last one wasn't bad, but the one prior, remember, it dumped your typical amount, the thunderstorm. And sure as heck, both the gravel driveways look like a creek bed in my front yard. I've got video of it on my phone. I can show it to you. It's not Photoshop, it's not hocus pocus stuff. That's why I took videos of it, to show people, and people that, in the neighborhood, I showed them, and they were like, "Are you kidding me?" I said, "No, this is the video of the last storm."
So is water coming down Renwood?
It comes down Renwood, and then,
When it gets to your apron, where you said you had 2 driveways, so what are you, 20 feet wide?
well, one of them is about 20 feet, the other one's the, normal width of a driveway. Because
So-
the one on the IRL Scott side of my property shares the same property as 109. Because their driveway is right next to mine. So it's a shared apron.
So the water's coming down against the curb, of course you got your grade in your street, and you curve over here, the water's coming down that, and when it gets to your driveway, it's running up and over and down.
It's
your
not
driveway.
running up because like I said, here's the street, the apron slopes down. It doesn't slope up, it isn't level, it slopes down.
Well, your yard slopes down.
No, it did before. It was like
I'm
flat.
sorry, but your
It was,
foundation slopes down
it-
from the street.
okay, after it slopes down. But on the other driveway, there's still parts of where the hump was there and then it went down. When they did the sidewalk thing, they took away the hump. Because there's still part of it. It comes up. If I had a blackboard, I could draw it for you and show it to you. But what it is the street's here, like that, and then there's a hump. And that was where the original culvert pipe
I
was.
think all of this is irrelevant, we can't see water flowing there, but you said you had a video, please bring that in and show it to me.
Right here.
Bring it in and show it to me, and we'll take a look at it, and I'll send that to our engineer. But during a pouring rain, I can guarantee you had water coming down your yard.
Not before. I did not. If I did, Mike, I would have videotaped it.
You got
But I
one on,
didn't.
none off.
You
it
told me
did-
that water was standing
it
in
did.
your front yard.
After it was built. Before, I didn't have a flood problem. Therefore, why
So
would
you
I
have a
take,
video of
Mike,
water
please,
standing.
please.
I've let you speak, you let me speak.
I'm
So
still
you have a
talking.
video of water standing in your front yard.
Yes, this was
Standing water.
after. Prior, I didn't have any standing water problems.
So you have standing water in your front yard.
Yes, after it rained and after, or well, actually,
Bring-
mostly
bring-
during.
Bring the video in and show that to me, water standing in.
Okay, when will you be here? Because I know you're gonna be leaving.
I'm gonna be leaving, I'll be gone to my daughter's for the rest of this week, but I'll be back in here next Tuesday morning.
Next Tuesday, okay, can you get a hold of me and I
I will.
will bring it in. And I'll be happy to show you Travis. You
I'll
want to
come
come
look at it and I'll just,
Well, we'll just download it, I'll give it to them.
and Travis, pick a time, pick a day when I'm home and I will.
rainy day most likely, and come see what it looks like, and then address the council and the mayor, and if it's something we can resolve, I will do my best. I'm just one person on the council, and I'll do my best. You know, that's all I can do. The mayor can only do his best too. He's only one mayor, so we're gonna work with you as much as we can.
Okay, appreciate it. Anybody else have anything? All right. Anything, hearing nothing, entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make motion to adjourn.
Second.
Got a motion and a second, any discussion? Roll call, please.
Paul Tisdale,
Yes, ma'am.
Peggy Thomas,
Yeah.
Brett Evans,
Yes.
Travis Boyd,
Yes.
Jeff Gregory,
Yes.